Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Spring Championships for the round of 16. This is game number 3 in a best of 5 series between Spadel and Veni Vidi Vici W. We'll say this again, of course. Veni will be joining me on the casting table as he was earlier, but he's playing his own game right now, so of course cannot cast. And but against Spadel, Veni, very good player, as you can probably tell from his commentary. And equally good, I have Snow joining me here, both very strong players. And both definitely some of the stronger players on ESO currently. But yes, let's start with Veni. We're talking about him briefly. Here he is in the... No, that's Spadel. Here he is in the north of the map in the colour teal. Or cyan. Or light blue. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter. I call it teal and everybody gets... no interjection. That's not actually teal. They don't like me saying that. But that's not the point. Here we have Veni playing as indeed the French. Starting with, of course, 200 wood. Gonna be laying down that trading post. He's gonna like that, of course. 200 wood as France.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, really nice, especially in the matchup versus British, because if you're gonna crossbow pike rush British, which is certainly an option you have, I don't know. We'll talk about that in a moment. What's going on? What's funny? Don't need a tower against semi-FF. Who says I'm gonna semi-FF? I bow pike you. Oh. I'd love to see that. That'd be genuinely hilarious if he's like just trolling him saying, yo, because obviously Spadel at this point is going to be expecting a semi-FF, and he's saying, I don't need this tower because you're going to semi. Alright, and we'll talk about what that is in just a moment. But if any follows through in crossbow pikes rush against a tower, that would be pretty good. Though having said that, that tower's in a pretty bad spot, and Spadel's hunts, I don't know, they're fairly interesting. Would you say this map is fair? They've both got a hunt each.
I think both have, should be similar, I guess.
Yeah, they've both got a herd within herding distance, and the other one, the secondary herd, is probably equally as far from both players, I would say.
Yeah, it's probably not the best version of the map, but
no, but it's a fair map. Like I can't argue.
It's not the best hunt, so yeah.
Not the best hunt, but it's still fair. And British, of course, because the hunts aren't quite as good, it's still fair though. They have the same hunt, so we can't ask for. You can't. We've made that decision. British, you know, perhaps susceptible to an early crossbow pike rush because his food is not that much of it. Crossbow pike, you know, if there's just the one hunt to pressure, you can do a good job of that, especially if the tower's on the back. We'll see if any notices that. Have they picked up any? No, just the insignificant small treasures yet. No, perhaps big treasures such... Well, we'll see if there's any contentions over big ones. But I find it unlikely. Anyway, let's introduce Spadel. Here he is in the south of the map in the colour green, playing as indeed the British. Has built the 2 mans. Yep. We see 85 wood treasure down here, and I think Green may have scouted that. His scouting pattern was over there. Could head over towards that treasure and pick it up, though obviously Veni going to use his crack shot on that, and then get back, let the treasure get far away, just far away enough for it to run back towards the treasure, and then stand on the periphery where, so it doesn't know anything outside the radius, it doesn't know it's there. And then it can go in and get that. That's called creeping, for anyone who doesn't know, though I suspect most people in this stream do know that, but I'll mention it for people who do not. Gonna pick himself up 85 wood, gonna be very happy about that. Of course, British would much prefer that, because gets to build the manor houses for an extra villager, but France equally gonna be happy with that. It means he can get his market down during transition a lot easier, can of course get down the hunting dogs and all of that stuff, and just have to collect less wood, and that'll make him more competitive therefore, because he can collect other resources, which will power what he's intending to do. But British, of course, getting a villager out of the houses. That's exactly what happens, and I quite like this matchup. I'm going to explain. We'll explain about the semi-FF and the what is it? The crossbow pike in a moment. But do you have anything to say?
Yeah, also a market up by Spadel now. I think he's doing the wood upgrade because he has like almost all settlers on wood, so he tries to build as many houses as possible till he reaches age 2.
Yeah, definitely. British want houses, absolutely.
And also many wall pieces.
Oh, the teapot wall's going down. These things, of course, they only cost 5 wood each, and they give you probably more line of sight than they should. It's going to have a very nice, you know, going to see everything, and identifies his hunts are poor, so knows that he has to, like, do this. No wall pieces. Very not too happy about that. Oh, I think we should explain though, like, okay, so crossbow pike rush, he was joking about that, and then we said, actually, it's probably not actually terrible. Though semi-FF on this map is more expected, because rushing against someone with a tower is awkward, and this map usually has pretty good hunts. And, so you don't want to do that. Like, semi-FF's very safe. You do that, sort of power up your economy with a trading post, Gonna give you lots of shipments. Send that 3 Vils. Send the 4 Vils when you get up to the next stage. And then this gives you a really nice economy. You send 700 coin to help you get up to the next stage very fast. Oh, Veni picking up 175 coin. Why did I not notice that? That's a lot of coin. That's certainly going to help him get up very, very quick. Absolutely. God, look at this wall. So, like, Spadel being so vigilant, like, making sure, like, he sees anything coming in. Really, really good. But yeah, as I was saying, 700 coin, get you up very, very quickly. And once you're up, you then, because you sent all these villager shipments, you just power out lots of really efficient units. Dragoons and skirmishers, which have those really hard skirmishers hard counter musketeers so well, and dragoons hard counter cavalry really, really well for those times 2 and 3 damage multipliers respectively. And you just power out these units along with the military shipments because you've got this trading post. And British, yeah, they want to make lots of manors. They established themselves as that civ. I'm going to just make my economy really big. Going to get lots of villagers out. And it's really tough. If you're fighting a civ that has a lot of villagers, you have to either be aggressive with them or come down hard and fast with that timing pressure, as I was just mentioning with the units that countered them. And we'll see what he can do.
So Vini just shipped 700 coin after 4 sellers.
Oh, okay.
So he goes for
a very fast age up.
Exactly, some cuff before to wait, like he did in the first game with Germans.
Are they in queue? Yeah, they are. 4 Huss in queue there. I thought for a moment, like, 3 Vils into 700 coin, naked FF. Like, I just thought, wow, Veni, you are that huge.
Yeah, since he built the early TP, he was able to ship 4 sellers and just in a row after that 700 coin.
There's the 4 sellers, yeah. Very strong shipment, the equivalent of 5 villages. But sending 700 coins first, traditionally you send those 2 shipments the other way around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh, nice. 3 pikemen. Gonna pick up these 2 there. Veni not gonna be too happy about that, though. Does get the other 2 pikemen, cavalry, into combat with a villager there. And gonna be, does escape with these 2, though. One is very low hit points, can easily be. Can he get the pikemen in combat? Oh, does get snared, though. Not too happy, but he should be able to get away. Of course, cavalry do move quite fast. But these 5 pikemen, or 6 pikemen, actually, doing some work, protecting his vills. Not gonna let Veni's early cav catch him off guard. And these walls just going to spot any cav. Like, when they come back in, these pikemen, he'll just see them coming in. He'll see the cavalry coming in. He'll just be like, press my control group number 2 or whatever it is. And then right-click where his villagers are in the direction that the cav are coming. Not going to lose any vills, being very vigilant. And, of course, these walls only cost 5 wood each. Though you do lose a lot of villager seconds in terms of actually building them, because they have to walk around building them. Plus, the 5 wood does kind of add up. It's like probably 1 less manor he could have built. But if he saves multiple villagers because of that, then definitely going to be worth it.
Yeah, but I think you don't need these wall pieces because British have so many houses, so I think you could just build them around your TC, and they also give you much, how's it called? Light of sight? Yeah, light of sight. End of sight, exactly.
True, you could build manors instead of wall pieces, but then you have to consider that if you build a manor house over here, then, well, the villager that's created then has to walk all the way back, and it can kind of be a bit awkward, and there's that. But either way, looking okay. And I think either decision is okay. Like, certainly these walls are very good.
Yeah, and already H3.
Yeah, Veni now up, though, adding in another trading post here. Of course, he knows he can get away with that. That's, in the end, just going to help power out these shipments. Let's take a look at the French shipments. Very efficient, of course. 8 skirms, 5 dragoons, 7 skirms, 4 dragoons, 2 falconets. Just all of these military shipments. Now he's up, can spam them out with the 2 trading posts. Of course, XP going to speed up the rate at which he gets those shipments. And that insane economy. 3 vils and 4 vils have been sent. He's going to power out skirmishers and dragoons. And I'm tempted to see what British does against this. He can continue to stay age 2, and I think that's what he's going to do, actually.
Yeah.
Or you can go up to the next age and sort of match your opponent on sort of, the tech level, But yeah, sending 700 wood, 5 villages, followed by 600 wood, just going to be spamming down manors out of the wood shipments, and has no intentions of going up by the looks of it.
By the way, the reason why he got the 600 wood out here could just be because he expects Vini to come maybe with some cuff waiting more, and so he doesn't see what Spadel is going to do.
Yeah.
But just a possibility. Maybe he just shipped his 5 settlers before out of the tower because there's hunt, and then he just forgot to get it back to the TC. Could also be so.
Either way, though, like, I'm going to assume it was the former you said. Like, he's going to ship the 700 wood there, so his opponent was less likely to see what he's up to. And may still be in the dark about whether... Oh, 5 Cuirassiers coming in, though. Come on, Spadel, get them in the town centre. Taking loads of damage, though. Definitely going to get 1. I think that one, they're very low HP. Can he kill it? Yes, he can. And there's worth bearing in mind, there's quite a few in there, in that tower that are low HP, that he can come back and kill. But definitely, even if you don't get any, still a good thing to be doing, because you might get some very good sort of rating there. I don't know. Spadel, though, has a lot of villages. 35 villages. British has established this itself as the civilization that... oh, he does go up to the next age as well. Finds the resources from somewhere.
Yeah, you just get with a lot of coin. If you see at the mine, just 300 coin left, so you get with 1,800 from it.
Yeah. I like the addition of the tower as well. Did he age up with that? Or was, no, that was he built that, wasn't it? Or did he? I don't even know. He went up with the... Let's take a look.
With the longbows.
With the quartermaster. Yeah. No, with the governor. Yeah, that tower is from his age 2.
Ah, he's doing some 5 hussars.
Yeah, 5 hussars, of course. Well, cavalry's still good, and as British, I mean, what do you need? You need something to counter skirmishes, right? And 2 falconets, perhaps, as well. Oh, gonna be killing the tigers here.
Yeah, but I think when you are H3 with Brits, then you should go for longbow Goenmas instead of hussars.
You think so?
Because Vini also has Kurs, and they are doing a very good job against hussars as well.
Yeah.
And against pikes for sure, so he needs goons for sure.
So this is interesting. Spending his resources on hussars rather than dragoons does get the veterancy upgrade though.
Yeah, but since he upgraded, you just said, so he's spamming more of them probably now.
Since those are not dragoons, he's probably going to have a hard time with the cuirasses. Does he know that? Well, yeah, he knows they exist because he got raided by them. It's true. These are going to be very, like, I'm surprised though. Veni taking a long time to actually do any pressuring. What is he waiting for? I guess we'll find out. Oh, actually, those 5 hussars were not trained. They were a shipment.
But just Vinny scout exactly at the army. You see him here? So he sees exactly what he has.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he has the native scout there. Veni always talking about his scout. There it is. He sees the army and is going to be able to make a composition. That is so many cuirassiers.
Perfectly to adapting also.
He knows exactly what units to make against this. And but having the game is going to be... okay, so basically here we have the French player up to the fortress age and is, sent all the early shipments he needs to have a really strong economy, plus the 2 trading posts. Going to spam these fortress age military shipments out. Going to have a very strong timing pressure, fall down on his opponent. Can the British weather the storm? That's the question. And at the moment, I think he's okay. British has had a long time to do whatever he wants. Sent 700 wood, 5 villages, 600 wood, lots of manor houses down. In fact, 120 population worth of manors. Perhaps I would have expected him to have more than that, actually. Come to think of it, Spadel's boom has not been perhaps as good as it could have been. I'm going to do the calculation here. Alright, calculator hype in the chat, everyone. Let's get 31 multiplied by 1.25. 38 villages. It's, yeah, Spadel's ahead, but not by a huge amount. Either way, though, British has had more villages than the French player for... maybe not as many as he could have had, but it certainly has had more for a long period of time. And the longer this game goes on, the more it shifts to British. And this timing pressure from of course, France does not last, like, the strength of it does not last forever if you don't push in. Then we see Spadel going to scout that, see what units he's got there, and he's probably not going to be too happy with the sheer quantity of Dragoon. I can tell you in queue right now, we probably see a Dragoon. Yes, we do. It's interesting. I don't know, what do you think of this? He spent a long time not pressuring the British, and I feel like the more you give them, the better.
Yeah, on the other side, he's just spamming cuirassiers at the moment. And I think he goes for some surprising attack then.
Yeah, but it's not a surprise anymore, though. So maybe... Yeah, what do you think, though? Like, he's given him a long time, and the scores are still even, though. In terms of military pop, Veni's slightly ahead, but British... I don't know, that's a very strong army. 2 falconets, very strong. Cuirassiers en masse, very, very strong, of course. Wow, okay, gonna take out this this house, perhaps. Of course, the house you can rebuild, so normally, like, oh, I don't kill British houses, they can just rebuild it and get a free villager, but the XP it gives you, 54 XP, is pretty worthwhile, and
he has the cannons of Spadel also, that's very good.
Yeah, I was
I
going to say
think,
he needs those, like cannons he needs the cannons to get at his opponent's
yeah,
cannons.
for sure.
Absolutely right, because how else do you kill them? Like you have, I mean, you could use your own cavalry to get a surround on them, but it's Veni's not going to let that happen. Look at that army, like he's
Oh,
not going to let you get near his cannons, and if you get anything close to if you're targeting the falconets, whilst all of these cuirassiers are just doing mass DPS, like with
okay,
the area too, there's no way
just
you
look
kill
at
the
that. He
cannons.
knows the cannons are away from his army.
He does. The
Ah,
scout sees them there, but he's not able to capitalize on it.
yeah, they already.
Definitely what, like, ooh, if they'd stayed there for any length of time, then that could have been brutal. Oh, kicking up the cavalry here, though. Veni waiting for the perfect moment to go in. And here, caught loads of units there. Not too good from at all. He's not going to be too happy about that. Killing off, like, 4 something-ish hussars. This is a really interesting way of playing French. I would not, like, I don't know. I keep asking you, it just seems like the longer you give British, but then maybe Veni identified that Spadel's boom was perhaps below average. Because you can get 50 villages by the 10-minute mark, and we're now at the 15-minute mark. Though I don't think necessarily you'd want to boom that hard in against the French. What do you think?
I think it's not bad what he did now. He spammed also a nice army of many cures and skirms behind them to micro out the pikes and the goons. But he should go for TC spam now,
Yeah.
or he pushes. Ah, oh no, look at that. Okay,
Oh,
so that's almost.
Yeah. I guess... Yeah, anyway, at this point in the game, though, both players fairly even on score, and I think their economies are relatively even. Spadel, though, is definitely ahead. 55, 56 villages there.
Yeah, but I think the military seems better for Winnie at the moment.
Yeah, he's got 129 military population, and his composition is probably stronger into, like, absolutely huge amount of cuirassiers, and he's got the cavalry combat behind that, and that, you know, obviously that's going to increase. You have to think about this, that, like, a large portion of his army is cavalry. Cavalry combat upgrades, of course, all cavalry, including dragoons. Like, that's half of his army.
The
That
problem
essentially increases his military pop by 15%, essentially.
the problem now is just that Spadel has too many longbows.
Yeah, they're going to be kind of weak versus all these queries and then those two cannons there. And we saw him earlier trying to get the cannons out, micro them down with, of course, the hussars here. Fight going to happen, though, by the looks of it. Town Centre going down from Spadel. Not going to be too happy about that. Those two cannons perhaps trying to get into position against one of the cannons there. Takes one of them down, takes the other one down. Really nice job. Spadel has both of his cannons. He's going to be in a good spot here. Going to be very happy about having taken out both of those cannons. These two cannons here going to be able to kill lots of skirmishers there. The cuirassiers do manage eventually to find their way through, of course, the units that were body blocking them, stopping them from getting the cannons there. The cuirassiers just absolutely rinsed those two cannons there. So not too bad that the result of having lost two of his cannons. Not too devastating, but certainly not going to be happy that he lost those two cannons for free. But the cuirassiers now all down. These dragoons in the back have been doing a lot of damage. But I think you were right. There were far too many longbowmen, and they took... yeah. What do you think of that fight?
Yeah, it's looking very good for Winnie now. I think he was even able to micro a lot better because...
Spadel resigns. Not too happy about this. It says his map was not very good. Yeah. Maybe that's why he didn't boom so hard, because he just didn't have the hunt for it. That's a good... I should have seen that. Like, you can only... As British, you can only boom as much as your hunts allow. And then you have to think about making military units to push out and secure more hunts. But it was fair. It was a fair map. They both had equal hunt.
Yeah.
They both had bad hunt, so it was therefore fair.